Hello there, it's Marcus Kilwington here from Food Profits.
And I'm Wendy Baird from the Local Supplies Directory.
Thank you, Wendy. And I'm with Wendy today doing a little bit of interviewing here, and I'm in one of her 2 catering establishments. But one of the things I want to talk to you about today is she's just set up a fantastic thing called Local Supplies Directory. And I just want to ask you, first of all, Wendy, just tell us and everybody watching what Local Supplies Directory is all about.
Well, the Local Supplies Directory is a paper directory and also online. And it's for people like me trading as the picnic basket. To be able to find suppliers, and generally in this industry, you know, there's so many suppliers across the country. I think it's really nice to be able to find people locally, particularly, you know, sort of people like Springhead Brewery here. They're just in Retford, and we've got the Wild Baked Brewery as well in Warsaw, and even closer to home, we've got Castle Rock, which is literally about, I don't know, a 5-minute walk down here, just to the side of the canal. So, I mean, you know, all of these people, Beaver as well, you know, just in Lincolnshire, they're all people that it's nice to deal with because you know them, they're not very far away. So
it's part of a local community then,
absolutely,
pretty much. Yeah,
absolutely.
And I've got to ask you this question then for everybody out there, because I see this, you know, dealing with people all the time that we do in food, and looking at people and trends and things that's going on, I see this more and more and more. Local communities going to become a whole lot bigger, particularly in the catering industry. Can I ask you, you must have had a vision for this or something, so why did you set it up originally?
Well, because I'm quite a trade show junkie. I like to go to trade shows. I always find different ideas and things. And there was one particular time I was looking for some boats for here. And so I went to London, went to one of the big shows, found the furniture that I wanted, and when I asked them where they were in Daybrook, which is literally 5 minutes from where I live.
Down the road.
And I thought, you know, it's ridiculous. Like, I'm all the way to London to find this, you know, and there they are. They're just down the road. And that's not the first time it's happened, you know. But it is quite difficult to find people, especially because we're in a trade that's very dynamic. You know, people move around a lot, they switch counties. It's not unusual, particularly with pubs and hotels, where you move from, you know, one side of the country to another. And when you do that, then it's really quite difficult sometimes to find your own suppliers. So what happens then is you inherit the last person's suppliers, and you go through this painful process until you find your feet and what's around you. So we're hoping to, you know, bridge the gap there and make things easier for people.
Right, so it's about making things easy for people. So for everybody watching this, how does it help them, first of all?
Well, it's in one place. Everything that you need is in this little book.
Okay.
Everything from catering equipment to coffee suppliers to disco equipment, dishwashers, you know, fire consultants, air conditioning. Yes, I mean, we all need these things. You know, health and safety, you need, you know, pest control.
Yeah.
But, you know, in business, you need all of these things, don't you?
Yes.
And when you look to search, it can be so glorious and tiresome that just to have it all in one place, we think is going to help the local community.
Great, so it's a local directory for local like caterers and suppliers, is that right?
Yes, it's introducing the supplier to the caterer.
Right, and it's also presumably helps the suppliers to be able to supply to caterers if you're a caterer. So it's kind of a two-way street then, isn't it, really?
Definitely.
Right, and one of the things everyone watching this video is going to ask you immediately is, Wendy, how much does it cost?
Well, most of it's free. I mean, to be a member, that means that if you want to have a look at the directory, obviously, hopefully you've received one of these anyway through the post. We've just sent 2,000 of these out through Nottinghamshire.
Okay.
But online it's completely free to view. You become a member, which just means that you do a simple sign-up process, and then you're free to view everything. And you know, hopefully you'll find what you need. If you can't find what you need, we've got a little icon called Doreen.
Ask Doreen, everyone. Ask Doreen.
Yeah. And Doreen should be able to help if you can't find what you're looking for.
So you go and find what you're looking for, Doreen's help.
Absolutely. And from a supply point of view, all they do is they pay per click. So if they have their listing on the site and somebody makes an inquiry, then we charge them per click.
Right, I'm with you.
And that's all done very above board. We talk to everybody, we give them a trial period so we can sort of gauge how many clicks we think they're going to get, and then we'll tell them the cost ahead of time, what we think that they should get. If it's hugely out, we won't charge that. we'll give them that grace and we'll, see if they want to carry it on. So it's all very transparent. We're not trying to sort of rip anybody off or make a quick buck and run.
It's about working together, isn't it?
Oh,
that's why you set it up, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
To help people.
And the other thing is, honestly, is that it's really, really hard for suppliers to promote themselves anywhere locally. If you think about if you're a supplier, where do you promote yourself locally? You can't put an advert in the evening paper.
Yeah.
It's pointless going on radio because the mass population aren't going to be interested in what your makeup price is.
Very true.
Or your coffee, by the case.
Yeah.
And so it's very difficult, and the suppliers have to employ, sort of a team of people to go out and sell their company to people like me who are always busy and running around, and so it's a very expensive way for them to promote themselves. So hopefully this will, join in the community and make it affordable for people,
Fantastic idea. One of the things I always talk to people, anyone's watched any of my videos before, is one of the things that most caterers and or suppliers aren't particularly good at is marketing themselves.
No.
Often because, one, they don't know who the target market is, which I always talk to you about, don't I? And the second thing is about actually how do you get your message out there. And I think what Wendy's put together is a great way, one, to get your message out, but also get a community going about people that you can talk with and share ideas with and share problems, but also share learnings and things that will work for you as well.
Absolutely.
Which is a great idea. I think it's absolutely superb. Your background is food anyway, isn't it?
It is, yes. I was actually born in a pub.
So you're born in a pub?
I was born in a pub in Bakewell.
What a beautiful place to be born in a pub.
Yes, and we were brought up as children in pubs and hotels around the country. Moved a lot.
That's when you like to beer.
And then in my adult life, I did escape for a short period and went into casinos, which is huge miles away, isn't it? From food and drink casinos.
Is that where you got your smile from then?
Well, I don't
when you'd been a croupier, you got your smile.
As I was taking their money.
Okay.
What can I say?
So you've been in catering for a little while.
A long time.
Let me ask you then, as a caterer, I know you've got a couple of catering food businesses in Nottingham and you've put this local supplies directory together, which is a fabulous vision, great idea. What 2 or 3 things would you say to anybody watching this that is maybe struggling at the moment to get more customers in the door, or maybe you'll give people a better experience? And one of the things I noticed in here about you is this is very, what I describe as unique, and you've also got some lovely, lovely products that aren't run-of-the-mill, and dare I say, I've got nothing against the big multinational mega brands, I won't even say them on this video, but everybody's got them wherever you go. And what I love about what you've got in here is got a uniqueness. What 2 or 3 things would you say to everybody watching this, whether they're a supplier that needs to help the caterer, or you're a caterer yourself, how can you maybe be a bit different and be a bit better than other people out there?
Well, I think, one of the greatest resources is the internet, and I think there are so many things to have a look around at, and, to be quite honest, I often keep an eye on the American businesses and see what they're doing, because I think that they have got it nailed, haven't they?
In America?
They do food very, very
well. They do food very well in America, I agree.
And I think that what we do is we offer a lot, in here particularly, we offer a lot of different variants on the normal sandwich, particularly.
Yep.
So we have your sort of prawns and mayo, but we also have cheese and mustard melt and a mushroom and hazelnut pate, and so we add a different thing. And I think that if you can find, if you can find things that are a little bit different to the normal. And something that Sainsbury's or your competitor or whoever it's whatever your market is, if you can find something that they're not doing, then I think that makes a big difference. Or be known for sort of local. I think that's really important wherever you are. You can always promote local businesses as well, and training. I think your staff have to be well trained, and look the part, and smile.
How true is that?
It means a lot. I think to greet people at the door and say hello, I think is something that's very, very important.
I completely agree with you. You've got a young lady that works for you that remembers everybody's name, haven't you?
Yes.
You remember telling me.
Fabulous woman that has this most amazing memory, and I applaud her because I can't do it. But so I smile a bit more because I can't remember.
I like it. That's good. Terrific. So 2 or 3 things there from Wendy about being a bit different, customer service, smiling. A lot of stuff that we hear, we know, we take for granted, but often one of the things I always say to people is, I don't care how many times you've heard it before, if you don't do it, the truth is you don't really know it because you don't do it, you don't live it, do you? So for everybody watching this, first of all, Wendy, a couple of food businesses she runs in Nottingham. It's a lovely place that we're doing this filming called the Picnic Basket. If you want to get down here and try one of the fabulous sandwiches or something like that. Oh, by the way, get a free coffee or a cup of tea with every sandwich, which I think is a fantastic idea. There's a great idea for you. And the other thing, I'm just going to let you tell everybody, Wendy, about how they can talk to you about being part of the local supplies directory, so that it can sort of help going forward. Let you just say that.
Okay. Well, the local supplies directory, we are online, www.localsuppliesdirectory.co.uk. Online you'll find these suppliers that are in here and more, because we've got suppliers joining practically every day now, and you can find everything that you need there. As we said before, there is also our online assistant, Doreen, who will help you to find anything that isn't apparent on the site. And the other unique thing that we offer online is that we have an exchange and barter area set up. So if you have a particular product or service that you're looking for, then perhaps you can offer some of your services or your products in exchange, rather than cash changing hands, because I think that's something that in these times is quite valuable on its own. If you can exchange a product. So for instance here I had a situation where I needed a new sink and I actually traded with somebody who I did some buffets for.
Right.
So that worked really well. We both gained the equal amount. It's all very legal. HMRC has it listed on their website. But, as long as the goods are to an equal value and you provide the paperwork to balance each out, then it's perfectly legal. And I think as things get tighter, because I still feel that we haven't quite reached the end of the current troubles.
Okay, we'll talk about that another day. But you think that we haven't reached? That's interesting, isn't it? So you've got to be better than ever now.
I think so, even more. Every day you have to get better.
Trade and barter is a great idea.
Trade and barter. Well, I think there's a lot of things that people could help each other with. It's not always about pound notes. If you can help each other without having to, sort of break into the bank, then I think that's got to be a good thing.
It's been lovely talking to you today. Thank you so much. Wish you all the success with Local Supplies Directory. If you're watching this video and you want to contact Wendy, all the details will be on this page. You'll be able to have a little look at. Don't forget, we've talked about a lot of stuff, but 2 or 3 things I think that's absolutely key from Wendy, all about working together. Don't forget to smile when your customers walk in the door. And until we see you next time, be the very best that you can be.
Thank you.
Thank you.